Hi guys, and welcome back to Uza's Tribe, my YouTube channel where I talk about literally anything and everything. But today is a Chevening day, and today I'm going to essentially answer some interview questions because I know that's where you guys are at right now, and that's exactly what you need. So I'm not going to answer as too many questions, obviously, because the video is going to be too long and you will not watch it till the end. I don't know why. So I'm just going to answer as many as time would allow me answer, so as not to make the video too long. So we're just going to pretend that you guys are my interviewers or my panelists and I am the interviewee. All right. So today I'm going to, let me start from the major, like, an icebreaker question. You know, this question is essentially there to thaw out the room, to enable you start talking and get rid of nerves and all of that. So this question is essentially to free you, losing your mind, so that you'll be able to, your tongue is free, you've gotten accustomed to the panelists and all. And what's this question usually like? Most times it's usually tell me about yourself question, tell us why you chose Chevening, you know, kind of question. Sometimes it comes differently, sometimes it comes together, or tell us why you chose Chevening and why the UK. So these are the different variations that this icebreaker, we call it the icebreaker question, comes. I must mention that this question is not graded, so you're not going to be marked essentially for this question. They just want you to, you know, get free around them. Does not mean you shouldn't practice for this question, and it does not mean that, because this question is your first impression, really. And the way you answer this question, like I said in my previous video, has a way of boosting your confidence. So you really want to make sure that you also prepare, you know, to answer this particular question. So my panelists that are watching me, welcome to your Chevening interview, Rita. My name is Sarah, and I'm your panelist for today. Would you tell us tell us about yourself and tell us why you chose Chevening? So I'm going to answer the question. I want you guys to watch out for some specifics I'm going to be giving in my answer. The idea when you hear tell me about yourself, like I said in my previous video, is to give your past, your present, and your future, then tie it back to how it relates to Chevening. Okay, so I don't know where this sound is coming from. I'm sorry guys, I don't know where this sound is coming from. Anyway, it's to give your past, your present, and your future and tie it back to Chevening. And how do you do that? Let me try to answer. Please, I did not prepare for these questions per se. I'm relying on my residual knowledge, so please, these questions I'm answering are not your answers. They are a guide. Please formulate your own answers or your own pointers with which you will answer. Do not take what I've said and go and run with it and say that's what Chevening wants. All the ideas expressed in this video are mine and mine alone, and do not represent the ideas of Chevening or the FCDU, guys. Okay, so they are guides for you, because I know some people now, they'll just take my exact answer, the way I've answered it, and carry it and go and answer. Then they don't now get the Chevening, they'll say, Rita, is this on? Please use it as a guide. Then make your own answer, crystallize your own answer, puff it up, and, you know, sandpaper it and make it what it is you want it to be. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for your question. My name is Rita Uzoma Okolo, and I am a graduate of the University of Nigeria, Enugu campus. I graduated with an LLB from the University of Nigeria sometime in 2017 and proceeded in 2018 to the Nigerian Law School, where I took courses like civil litigation, criminal litigation, and corporate law. Since then, in the Nigerian Law School, I was very instrumental in the Legal Aid Council of the Nigerian Law School, and I was a manager in the Human Rights Committee of the Nigerian Law School as well. At the Nigerian Law School, I was also an executive of the Student Representatives Council, where I helped to improve gender balance in the Student Representatives Council. At the Nigerian Law School, I had noticed that and observed a deficiency in female students are participating in the Students' Council, and I sought to rectify this by improving the number of slots, by increasing, the number of slots available for female students to apply at the Nigerian Law School, and helping redraft the Student Representatives Council constitution to include more female students. After the Nigerian Law School, I proceeded into the workforce in Imo State, Owerri, at a law firm called Renaissance Chambers. Here, I was a litigation associate, and I quickly grew through the ranks as a senior legal associate. I also participated in the firm's XYZ in the year 2019, which earned my firm the Best Law Firm of the Year 2019. Simultaneously with my work as a senior legal associate in Renaissance Chambers, I also volunteer with an organization in our Imo State called the Alliances for Africa Organization. I acted as volunteer in their recent Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law promulgation. I also have founded a non-profit organization called the Uriel Foundation, wherein I focus on financial emancipation and poverty alleviation for women and economic inclusion for women as well. We also focus on female education, both formal and informal, to enable females become financially independent. Further, I now intend to take my career to the next level by undertaking a master's degree in the United Kingdom at the Queen Mary University of London. I intend to undertake the master's, the LLM in International Human Rights Law, as this will enable me to learn on policies, to learn several values, that have been utilized in the United Kingdom, successful strategies that have been utilized in the United Kingdom. Learn these strategies, learn the gaps, learn the law, and learn other areas in which we have gaps that are yet to be filled in Nigeria, and come back to Nigeria to replicate these values, strategies, and fill these gaps, leading to financial independence for women in Nigeria. Thank you very much. So obviously this answer was not perfect, okay? You can see I had like a lot of gaps. So but essentially what you're looking at, the reason why I answered is so that you have an idea of how to answer. So what you're looking at essentially is, where are you coming from, your academic background, how you have risen, what you did in school, important things you did, or not just mentioning them briefly, because this is not your leadership essay, so you don't want to go in depth into it, okay? And this is just an icebreaker question, so you don't want to take too much time. So 2 minutes is enough for you to answer this question. Once it has passed 2 minutes, you're talking too much. So where are you coming from, what education wise, after your education, what have you done, while you were educating? Did you volunteer? After your education, what next? Did you get a job? Were you self-employed? What have you been doing since then? And how have you been helping people since then? And then, what other, if you've taken certifications or have a certification in customer research, blah, 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 or program management, or blah, this is the point to actually say it as well. Oh, I have a certification in this, because I was trying to improve my knowledge on project management, for example, and now, having observed deficiencies in so and so area, in so and so industry in Nigeria, I've decided that it is time in my career to undertake a master's degree in the United Kingdom. You can briefly say yes, and I chose the United Kingdom because of blah 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 blah. Simple, just one line. Don't make it too deep, because they might still ask you, tell us why you chose the UK. Okay, now that's the first part of my question. They also asked me, and why Chevening, right? So I have answered, tell me about yourself question. It is now time to answer why Chevening. Remember that you're not cutting it like this. I'm just cutting it to give you explanations, please. So starting from my last line, and this is the reason why I've chosen to undertake a master's degree in the United Kingdom. Why Chevening? I chose Chevening because Chevening is one of the most prestigious scholarships in the world. Chevening is a very leadership-based scholarship that grooms leaders from over 160 countries of the world. This excites me as I consider myself a global leader. That is why I chose the Chevening Scholarship. Further, I chose the Chevening Scholarship because it is a scholarship that is very equality-based. It is very inclusive of gender, and over time, over the scholarship awardees for Chevening, over 60% of the scholarship awardees are women. This excites me as I want to identify with a scholarship that is gender inclusive. Further, the Chevening scholarship is a one. It provides everything you would require to undertake a 1-year master's program in the United Kingdom. Hence, I would not have to worry about finances while I am focused on my studies. I would have all the time to focus on my studies and not worry about finances whatsoever. I also love the fact that the Chevening scholarship has a wide network of scholars who are very resourceful, very helpful, and have risen to the ranks in various industry niches. I know that I have a plethora of Chevening scholarships in my scholars in my industry whom I cannot wait to network with. These and many more reasons are the reasons why I chose the Chevening scholarship. Thank you, Sarah. So, if you notice, I'm looking directly at Sarah. I'm smiling. I seem at ease, like I've been here before, done this before. I know what it is I want. I know what I want to achieve. I know that I really want this. So let them see your passion from what you're saying. Let your passion speak through. Let people looking at you just want to even apply again for Chevening just because they are watching you answer the questions. Okay, let your enthusiasm peek through. Don't go and be saying, well, Chevening is and if possible, don't even use that Chevening is the most prestigious. If you're using it, just use it fast and move on, because everybody's going to say Chevening is the most prestigious university. They even know too, is the most prestigious scholarship. They know too that their scholarship is prestigious, okay? So don't start doing it's prestigious, it is renowned, it is prominent. They already know. I just said it because I know plenty of you want to say it. It's not wrong to say it, but look for more in-depth reasons. It enables you focus because they are giving you financial security. It's a Chevening that it's a scholarship that grooms global leaders, and you identify as a global leader. So you really want them to groom you as well. It's a scholarship with a vast network. So you want to identify with that network. It's a scholarship that helps with innovation and partners with these leaders to bring about change. And you want that partnership. You want to be identified with innovative practices, because that's what scholarship Chevening stands for. See, this video won't get too long. Let me leave this question and go to the next one. I hope that I have dissected this question, and please forgive my lighting. I hope that I have dissected this question properly for you, okay? I'm giving you strategies to answer this question properly. Now, let us go to leadership. Okay, so usually the next question is about leadership. Most times after your icebreaker question, they move on to leadership. So you could hear questions like, tell us, what you think the qualities of a leader should be and how you exemplify those qualities. Or, what does leadership mean to you? And how have you, acted as a leader in your community or in your society or whatever. Okay, or they might even say, tell us about a leader you admire and how you have exemplified leadership. So it could come in different ways. There is no one size fits all for their leadership question. All right. So to answer this question, let me just ask myself. So now let's say Paul is on my panel, and Paul asks me, so Rita, tell us the qualities of a good leader, what you think the qualities of a good leader are, and how you exemplify those qualities. Don't mind the way the question comes. Listen to the question and see how, ask yourself, is this one question or is it two questions that you're asking me? If it is two questions, don't answer one. Don't say, I feel the quality of a leader is perseverance, clinical, and then you stop there. You have not answered, my dear. If they're asking you the question, just know that they're asking you about your leadership essay. Anything that they're asking you about your leadership essay, your leadership experiences, and this is what you really, really want to exemplify. Okay, so let me see if this lighting will be better this way. Okay, so they're asking you about your leadership essays and the qualities of a leader, because obviously you probably didn't write this in your leadership essay. So the first thing you should be saying is, thank you, Paul, for this question. I believe that a leader should exemplify selflessness, service. I believe that amongst the qualities a leader should exemplify is that a leader should be able to look out for issues and provide viable and sustainable solutions to those problems. I also believe that a leader is someone who should not just talk the talk, but be willing and ready to walk the walk. I would now give examples of when I exemplified these qualities. In 2018, at the Nigerian Law School, I witnessed a deficiency I observed. Remember, you are using your STAR approach. This is not only your essay that you're going to use STAR approach. In your answers too, when you're answering your questions at the interview, your STAR approach is very, very important. Don't forget it. Don't start talking left, right, and center. Please use your STAR approach. So, you're telling them that, let me just give a random. Let me use my non-profit, for example. I'll just give one example of my non-profit, but you're expected to use at least 3 examples in your essays, okay? And make them short and straight to the point, short, sweet, give them punchlines. See, when you're answering Chevening questions, guys, no grief for anybody, no grief for your panelists, no grief for anybody. Answer as though, see, this thing is what's gonna feed you. Answer as if you'll be hungry. Let them see the hunger in you. Let them know that this person really wants this. Let them see the drive. Let them see the passion. Not that you're not doing like this when you're answering, but let them see it. Okay? So now answer this question about how I have exemplified leadership. I'll say I recently founded a non-profit. Please start from your oldest, what's it called? Your oldest achievements, and then bring it to the more recent, okay? In 2018 at the Nigerian Law School, I observed XYZ with female students in the law school. I decided to run for vice president or executive or whatever of the Student Representatives Council to use my office and change this scenario or change this deficiency. I ran, I won, and I set about work. I collaborated with blah, 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 XYZ at the Nigerian Law School to do A, B, C, and D. After we had done A, B, C, and D, this helped to improve the number of slots for female students who intended to apply to work as XYZ in the Student Representatives Council. Okay? After my stint at the Nigerian Law School, I proceeded to Renaissance Chambers in Imo State as a legal associate. When I came into the law firm, I noticed XYZ was wrong. To solve this, after making inquiries to solve this, I collaborated with my principal partner and some other partners in the law firm to bring about lasting change. We did A, B, C, and D and rectified D, C, and E. The effect of this was that at the next recruitment exercise, over XYZ percentage of increase, or 1,000 or 2,000 increase was recorded. I also recently founded a non-profit in 2021 called the Ubrio Foundation, where our sole goal is to do XYZ to emancipate women from poverty and provide financial independence for these women through informal and formal education. So far, in Imo State, I observed so high rate of teenage pregnancy due to non-education, high rate of poverty in women due to non-education, and high rate of domestic abuse due to financial dependence. To change this narrative, I organized projects like ABC, DCE, which were held in so and so local government of Imo State, Nigeria, so and so local government of Imo State, Nigeria. In this project, I collaborated with so and so, and we're able to, empower 2,000 women with 5,000 naira each to begin businesses. In the last 5 months, 10 of these women have come back to note that now they are financially free and no longer depend on their spouses. 3 of these women have now become leading women in the hair business in Owerri. 5 of these women have received awards, blah, blah, blah. Now, with these answers I have given, you've seen that Now, with these answers I have given, you've seen that one, I used the STAR approach. I talked about the situation I observed. I talked about where and when. I talked about the situation I observed. I talked about who I collaborate and what I decided to do about it, the task. And now they will do my action, who I collaborated with, and what we eventually did to change that situation. And I told you the result. The result is that what? 5,000 women got this one. The result is that what? My law firm did this and this. The result is that what? XYZ. So don't ever just talk about what you observed and what you did without giving the result and how it actually impacted the society. Okay? So when you give results, you can also give reports. How, in this my last example, you saw how I gave reports of how people came back to say, oh, see, my business improved. Oh, I see you. I finally did this. So, oh, I've gotten awards because of what you did for me. Oh, thank you. I will also give you a tip. If you have done new things since your essay, you can also include it if you still have time to talk. So watch the body language of your panelists and see if you still have time to give new examples. And then you can say, this is not included in my essay as I recently undertook this project. But I would like to tell you about the Feed the Nations project, which I undertook in Imo State, Nigeria. I noticed blah, 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 the high rate of hunger and poverty on the streets. And as a transformational leader, I decided to do something about this. I collaborated with the Church of Christ Nigeria. I collaborated with some other partners like this specificity. Mention them, the partners we collaborated with. Together we raised about 3 million naira. And I also collaborated with Ife's Kitchen, a leading global brand in culinary blah 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 in Nigeria. Together don't use the word we. See, I championed the feeding of over 5,000 people on the streets in Imo State, Nigeria for the Christmas holidays. Remember, by Christmas, you've already submitted your essay back. So for the Christmas holidays, this helps to reduce the rate of, poverty or hunger, and also improve joy or increase joy, during the Yuletide season. Then tie it back to Chevening. I have noticed that Chevening, or I've observed that Chevening is in the business of, bringing up transformational leaders, global leaders. Chevening has so far groomed over 60,000 leaders in 160 countries of the world. I also intend to be one of these leaders, and this is the reason why I have done so far, and why I'm applying for the Chevening scholarship, and I've applied for the LLM or the MSc in blah 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 at the blah 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 university. So when you finish answering what you have done, so now imagine I have given them my leadership, my what do they call it? I've given them, they asked me a two-pronged question. What I think, see the sun has gone down. They asked me a two-pronged question. What I think qualities I think a leader has, and how I've displayed those qualities, right? See, I've answered them now, and I've linked it back to Chevening. Okay, so whatever you do, before I round off this video, because this video is looking like it's getting long now, but before I round it off, let me just tell you guys one thing. See, always look your panelists in their eyes. They are human beings. Some of them are Chevening scholars. They've gone through these things. They know how it is. They're not gods. Okay, that's number one. Number two, let your hunger peek through. I did not say let your frustration or aggression peek through. I said let your hunger peek through. Let them know that this one is hungry for this thing. This one is passionate about what she does. See, let your passion peek through. Let anybody listening to you know without a doubt that you are passionate about enhancing financial independence for women. Do you get? Let it be so clear, so obvious in the intensity with which you answer your questions. Look them in the eye, but not obnoxiously. Don't be looking at like this, but just as you're talking to each man, even if it's Paul that asks you the question, look at Sarah, look at Femi, just be turning your head from time to time, but look mostly at Paul who asked you the question. Answer, you will see they'll be nodding and be writing for you. Don't answer one part of your question and leave the other part. Focus and make sure that you're answering what you're supposed to answer. And above all, be confident. Don't be shaking. Even if you're shaking, find a way to calm yourself. Don't let it not now be obvious that you're shaking or something. Do you understand? So own it. Own that interview. Treat it like a job interview. Like if they don't give you the job, you can die of hunger. Treat it like a job interview. Treat it like today we live here. I don't want to use the word die. We pack here, we cack here, nothing, no gree. Do you understand? Take hold of that interview, control the narrative in that interview, answer their questions and give them what they want. See, you guys, all of you must make it too. All of you that are watching Uzo's Tribe, you people must make it too. I want you to come back here and comment and say, Uzo, thank you. Rita, thank you. I watched your video, and because of your video, see, I made it past the interview stage. Thank you so much. And if you know my videos have been such a help, please help me share it. Share it on your Chevening groups. Share it everywhere. Share it, like, comment, and of course, tell me in my comments, or you can come to my LinkedIn and tell me how much progress you'll be making by watching my videos. I'm going to stop this video here now because it might get too long. I hope this video helped you prepare for at least 2 questions, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.